Hey, what's up, geeks? So the title of this video is how much should a bootcamp cost? Now, the reason I'm even creating this video is because of the situation that's going on with Clever Programmer. I personally do not know Clever Programmer, and I also never had a professional job in what that person's coding stack. But I want to give you my 2 cents on what I think about the situation, and then also how much I believe a coding bootcamp should actually cost. By the way, if you're interested in learning React Native, there's a link in the description below. There's also a link to our Facebook group where React Native developers can network. We can exchange issues that we're having within our projects, or just share, any kind of issues, really debugging, and then also job employment opportunities. I've had developers reach out to me for help getting employed, and it's been going well. But anyways, let's get into the video. Now, my thoughts on Clever Programmer. Honestly, I'm a mobile developer. Clever Programmer codes on the web, and the videos that I've seen have been React focus. So he's working more of we have a similar coding pattern, but he's working on a completely different tool than I'm working on. I've actually watched some of his lives that he's had, and he'll have like a few hundred people during his live coding sessions. And a lot of his coding sessions is not just him. It's another developer, at least the one that I've saw. There were other developers that were helping them build apps from the bottom up. Now, from the code that I saw, just being a professional, the code is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The code was pretty good. The design was pretty good. The concept of the application was pretty good. So as a developer, I have to trust that there's a level of truth and honesty to what he's bringing to the table. The skill set is there. But when you have a developer, I've seen some developers on YouTube, and I believe Clever Programmer, he may be guilty of this as well, because I saw him have a React Native tutorial as well, which lets me know if you have a developer that's jumping in between different tools and tech stacks, most likely they're not a professional developer. They're, I want to say that they're just, it just doesn't sit well with me when you see developers that are Angular programmers and then they're teaching you React, they teach you React Native, they're teaching you Node, they teach you all this, because most likely it's a money grab. There's plenty. Just take a look after this video. Look at some of the tech channels that you watch, and then you'll see that a lot of them, they teach multiple different tools, and it's tools that they're not even. When you get a developer, you're usually going to be working as a backend developer, front-end developer. You're using specific tools. But if you have a channel and you're promoting all these different tools, most likely you're not a master and you really don't understand. You don't know how to use those tools on a high level. Now, from what I heard, that some of these boot camps, at least this boot camp was going for about $20K or higher, probably $30K, I believe. Honestly, $30K for a boot camp is way too much. $20K to $10K, $5K is too much for a boot camp. I learned how to code reading books. The books that I bought on Amazon, they're about $50, and I bought a lot of them. Really, I bought too many books. It doesn't take that many books to learn how to code, But it's really repetition that helps you learn how to code. But anyways, if you're interested in boot camps, go ahead and enroll in boot camps. There's multiple different options. They all deliver different things. But I would be cautious if there's a boot camp that's more expensive than a college semester. That doesn't make sense to me. I personally, I'm a self-taught developer. Like I said, I purchase courses, I purchase books, and honestly, you need to be careful about the amount of books and courses that you purchase. Not because they're not good, it's just because when you're spending money like that, it's usually because of anxiety. You feel like you're afraid you don't know enough. So for me, just doing the videos, doing the tutorials, and then reading the books really helped things sink in, and it really helped me just get stronger with my skills. And honestly, it takes about 6 months to a year to become a professional developer, to really understand it. And honestly, I'm still learning to this day. I've been working as a mobile developer for almost 6 years now, so I'm still learning today. And when I got hired, I had imposter syndrome when I got hired. But honestly, you're going to have that. It's normal to have that feeling because you're never going to know everything as a software developer. So personally, I think that you're ready. If you're doing everything you need to do, you're reading, you're purchasing courses, you're building things, you have a portfolio, online portfolio, and you've been doing this day in and day out, you're ready to be a professional developer, a junior professional developer, and to take your skills to the next level, and to actually make things a little bit more, make your skill level a lot more sophisticated. Here's what I recommend if you're really interested in becoming a software developer. It's different for me because I didn't code for money. I get paid, but I was actually coding for fun. It was a hobby of mine. I never even thought I'd be a software developer. I never heard of software development. I was just a football player. I was a college football player doing my thing. And I just saw something that was cool, and it became fun for me. Along with that, I even picked up like the guitar. So I got pretty lucky with my hobbies. But my advice to you is this: like, if you are serious about becoming a software developer, I can't really knock boot camps because I have not enrolled in a boot camp. All right, so that's number one. So I can't knock boot camps. But my advice to you is to actually pick one tool. I would say pick something on the front end, because a lot of times if you pick something on the back end, you're not going to be as motivated because you're not going to be able to see things move on the screen and see things update. When you work on the front end, you can see how your code has an immediate impact. And that kind of got me hooked. So I would pick something on the front end, and I would also stick to one tool, stick to one programming language. You have JavaScript. I think JavaScript is the most popular front end tool, but there's so many different languages. But I would pick one language and one framework. There's multiple different JavaScript frameworks and dependencies, but I would pick one and just try to master that one. Because believe it or not, the skills and the software development tools in general, the software development skills in general, you can apply those to anything. But before you can do that, you have to master one area. And I would just stick with that one area, and I would do my best to become a master in that area. Because that's what's going to help you get hired, and that's what's going to help you build your confidence and make you feel like you're a real software developer. As far as like courses and books and boot camps, I would say do what's best for you. I know for me, in college, I did not like going to class. After we had practice in the morning, I hated going to class, so I took all my courses online. It was easy for me to just see, okay, this is what I need to get done by the end of the week. Cool, I can get that done. I can go on about my day. But that's not for everybody. There's developers, there's friends that I know, they'll tell me like, hey, I can't do online courses. I have to be in a class. So if you fit underneath that, then most likely you're going to need to be in a boot camp, because you like to be around people. You like to be able to ask for help. You like to have that close guidance, and that's just what works for you. We've been in this kind of like school type situation since kindergarten, and some of us have adapted to that. So we can't learn unless we're in that kind of environment. So if that's you, yeah, go ahead and enroll in the boot camp. I'm sure that there's even boot camps that might be in your area that are free. They might have I can't remember the app, but there's an app where you can it's called Meetup. There's an app where you can meet up with people, and they have these different functions around your communities. And we had one of those in Salt Lake City. I went to one before, and they actually did try to get back to me about a job, but I had got hired. So yeah, I would advise you to look and see if there's some free options next to you. And then if you do go the paid way, I would look at what that course actually delivers. I will look at what the reviews of it. I would really do my research on it. And if you're like me, you're an introvert, and you feel like you can learn things on your own, or you don't have a problem sending an email and asking for a problem, you can buy a course or you can buy a book. Hey, to each his own. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. All right, peace.